Alright guys, here we got another fan. This one's an Eastern Electric 12-inch desk fan. This was found in a house across the street of the elementary school I used to attend. Um, it was just the first house. It was in pretty much, I think it was inside a box along with some other stuff. And it was just absolutely filthy. This thing was just greasy. It had a whole ton of dust that was full of oil or grease, and it was kind of tough to clean it all off. It was probably the nastiest find. The entire thing was entirely dirty. It was just horrifying to touch. Not even it required gloves to just grab this thing because that's how dirty it was. But anyways, yeah. After all of that, I just used some Goo Gone, which is very effective on these types of dust that has grease on it. And using powdered bleach, I managed to clean the fan well. And I also oiled the bearings, which were kind of stiff. And after that, I had to do some work on the oscillation because first the gearbox was not placed properly, and I think the original gears were kind of worn, so I had to replace that, and I had to pretty much refit the entire thing, and now the oscillation works properly. So apparently this thing is from whoops, I brought the camera down. So the informations are on the back here. This is quite an interesting motor cover design. This thing is meant to replicate, I think, what would be a cool horn, but I don't think so. Alright, so the information is on the back. Let me turn on the camera, the light for a minute. So, Eastern Electric Company, Patterson, New Jersey, 7503, model F-12. The current is at 0.5 amps, 60 watts, listed 26 EO. It's apparently from January of 1993, and it's made in Thailand. So yeah, same place where they, pretty much same country where they built the Kaz Duracraft fans. Except that it doesn't really seem to have much of Duracraft characteristics that I can recall of. And for 1993, this is quite a cheap product. I mean, the blades are flimsy. Like, what I would expect for 1993 is for the blades to be quite hard to bend. They will flex a little, but they're not very flexible. They're actually rather stiff. And as for the rest of it, wasn't quite expecting this design at all. This does have a polarized plug, which is quite unusual. And as for something that claims to be from 93, this is quite odd. And the camera won't focus for some apparent reason. The branding is just an Arial font just stamped on it. There's nothing special to it. I would assume they used the motor cover of a Q-Sing and then they modified it just to make it a switch knob type. But yeah, this thing is in quite good condition, apart from the yellowing on some of the parts, which is usual on these fans. But it's a good thing that it's not deteriorating. Although there is a small crack right there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's there. The pitch is actually quite decent. The blade cap is also interesting. It's actually a 3-piece. So you could take that apart just to replace the little bolt that's in there, which is something that you don't see on other fans. So I'm going to plug this in. Alright. And we're going to start up. There's two ways this thing could start up. So you could start off on high or you could start up on low. So This time it's on the low portion, so speed number one, here we go. Hmm. The fan is quite quiet, but it's a bit louder compared to the Lasco 2000 from '96. Um, the low speed is a bit fast, but it's not too fast. This is actually right in between the slow, quiet, low speed and the super fast, low speed on some of the fans. But it's a it's not really that quiet compared to the Lasco 2000, which is on speed 2 right now. And I could hear this fan more over that one. But it does blow a good decent breeze. So now let's flip it to medium. It's quite has a quite large increase between those two speeds. Um, I wonder what the difference in speed will be between this one and high, because it seems that most fans don't have much variance between high and medium. So let's turn it up to full power. Seems to be very minimal. Um, but it is quite powerful. I'm not kidding. I could feel like a large air volume being pushed around. Let's see the oscillations. Let's make sure it doesn't act up. But I don't think it will. I pretty much replaced the oscillator engager itself as well. So this thing should not be having any problems whatsoever. Yeah, it oscillates well actually. When I first got it seemed to have some issues oscillating when it was, which is quite common with these older fans, these older generic fans. The gears will be worn out, or the gearbox would not be placed properly, and then once those gears wear out, then that's when you start having issues with the oscillation. Yeah, this is quite a decent fan. But I'm really not sure who made this. It could be between the Cool Horn or the Hung Sing. But I don't know. Because the handle on the grill, it does resemble that of a Cool Horn. And the badge, I'm not sure. But it is it's quite cheaper than both of those fans that I mentioned. And at first when I just picked this up, I thought this was maybe from around 95, 97. But after reading the day code, I just couldn't believe it. This thing was actually from 93. Very early 93, which is quite unusual. But yeah, I'm glad this thing is not very brittle or anything. This thing, because this is a cheaper fan and this might break down more quicker. I don't think this thing was exposed to the sun at all. And if it was, I think this plastic was probably resistant to it, which I probably highly doubt. Who knows? Who knows how it was kept in previous ownership? The only thing knows that they definitely never cleaned it. Oh well, but anyways, this is going to shut it off. There we go. Quite decent spin down, even though the blade is not that heavy. But there it is. That's the Eastern Electric F-12 12-inch oscillating desk fan from 1993. If you like the video, please like and share. Also comment down below in the comment section and tell me what you think about this fan. And until the next video, thanks for watching.